As an old school boxing fan, I got a good question asked me. Who was a better fight out of Sonny Liston and George Foreman? This is a good one. And of course, these things are subjective. And, like when any time I do topics and things, we can debate, and it's fair game. Liston had an incredible jab and he could punch. He had a, and of course, after the whole thing with Ali and everything, it's kind of like people don't know, it's kind of because that's the imagery. But make no mistake about it. When you talk Sonny Liston, he belongs in the same conversations as the Jack Johnsons, as the George Foremans, as I would say Joe Frazier, and I would say Ken Norton Sr. They knock your block off. There's some guys you just know that they had punch and prowess. Foreman was straight hit your ribs. I mean, could hit hard, hard. Like he throw punches so hard, you watching him on TV and you could feel them in your jaw, and your jaw felt sore just by watching him. He just had a tendency with what he did. Um, Different approaches to their fighting, though. You know. Now, ironically, put in perspective, they each lost to Ali almost in a 10-year window. Ironically, because you remember Ali beating Liston was what got him in the headlines. Beating Foreman made him legendary. Think about it. So these two men shared that. Different styles, though. Rope a dope became synonymous with against Foreman. But George Foreman, you know, as time went on, and he won the world championship 30 years ago, he became a strategic man himself, just, had an aura about his way of fighting too. So, and it hasn't always gotten the kind of glow because, again, heavyweight fighters, it's kind of like NBA centers. People think because you big and strong and bold that you don't have any skill set, that you can't work your feet, that you can't work those angles, that you can't work those. And it is a strategic maneuvering that you have to do. Obviously, somebody's trying to take your head off and they're going to come at you, but there's strategies involved. Ali showed you the strategies. Showed you how you go against the big burly bully because, you got to figure out another plan B. If plan A ain't working, you got to go to B. And if B don't work, you're going to C. That don't work, you might have to tap out and throw a white towel in. But Foreman, his styling would have worked well against Liston, I do believe. I really do. And I think because of the power and the punches that he threw, I think it would have been a compelling fight. Liston would have been a problem too. He quick hands. His hands be moving. So, it all depends on what style we're talking about. You know, but I think Foreman was a better fighter overall. I think that Foreman would have been a bit powering because of that power. Because if he catches you on a couple of good knobs, bam. Couple good knobs rolling, bam, he could hit. And Foreman, that was his strength. Very few guys could stand toe to toe with him and sustain that. But if you could catch him, you'd have to know how to catch him, though. Well, so, again, it's, these things are a science to it. When you watch fighters, you study their mannerisms, their trademarks, how they bop and weave, how they move, how how their choreography is, how they side to side what they're going to do. So if you catch anything that can work in your favor, do it. But every fighter gives you a different type of edge or energy. So it depends on how their cadences. But I think this was a good debate right here between who would win out of Sonny Liston and Foreman. I think that they fought 12 rounds. I think it could almost go the distance. I think it could. But I know Foreman would definitely, he could definitely endure 15 rounds. He could definitely endure in that kind of fight. So style fight, I'm going to give it to Foreman in terms of the power and the brute. But if it comes to a quickness and you catch somebody kind of off guard, Liston might catch it. That's the only thing I would say. So that's how I would address it. But you tell me what you think. Please like, subscribe, work on thoughts, comments. And I do respond, thank you, wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for another shitter. If you like, hit that membership, because when the requests you make, I get them videos back to you. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay true, stay real, stay woke, stay free. I'm out one time. Peace.